Hi guys, and welcome to Birmingham Fan TV. Guys, I just want to say a quick apology for last week's absence. Obviously I wasn't quite feeling it last week, but that's not going to deter me. Lots of exciting things coming up on the channel in the near future. Apologies about the lighting again, temporary. However, next week we could be in our new studio, guys, so fingers crossed for that one. And yeah, I got a couple of exciting things to run through ever so quickly. Obviously, thank you so much to Bawdsey Labour Club for the sponsorship. Don't forget to pop down there on Tuesday night. It will be our first night that we will be there. So pop down if you want to get on the matchday vlog. Pop your opinions across and let us know what your thoughts are ahead of the game against Bolton on Tuesday night. Don't forget, there is still time to enter the giveaway for the signed squad ball. We've had a couple of hundred entries so far, but don't forget to enter. All you have to do to be in with a chance of winning is just to subscribe to the channel. Send us a screenshot via private message, via Twitter if you want to tweet at us, Facebook, Instagram, and we will enter you into the draw for that one, guys. So don't forget, that one ends next week, so get your entries in now if you haven't already. The Jeff Horsfield sleep out for the, I think it's Friday the 15th of February, next Friday. I am still a little bit away from my target, guys, so if any of you can lend £1, £2, £5 for this great cause, it's all going to a homeless centre within Birmingham, so just helping the community as a whole, guys. If you can donate anything to the Just Giving page, we'll leave a link in the description down below, or it will be on Twitter if you can't find it down below. So guys, anything you can give, that'll be superb. Also, some exciting news. I know that this is going to come in a sort of a backlog of there's been a few podcasts branded around recently. You've got Joe doing his fantastic podcast, guys. If you haven't already, go and check his out. And We Are Birmingham as well. I've got a cracking couple of podcasts up at the minute. The latest one from Dan Ivory talking about the situation up in with the EFL. Exciting news. Obviously, I started a podcast at the start of the season. Didn't go very well due to moving between house and house. However, I am kicking that one back off. I've got some really top guests lined up for you guys, some former players and a couple of Blues, well-known figures within the Blues community, so please keep your eyes peeled for that one. It will be coming out soon. I've found myself a co-host, and it's not going to be Emily. Emily's going to be back on the channel next week, so keep your eyes out for that one, guys. But let's get into this weekend's game. It is QPR away, and yeah, after last week, obviously we didn't run through last week's game because obviously I didn't do an aftermatch review, and there was nothing at the end of the vlog, but what an excellent game. We played so well, we played with such confidence, we played with that sort of good energy and organisation that we've had all season. That I think it's kind of dipped the last 3 or 4 games, don't get me wrong. Middlesbrough, Norwich, all of these really tough fixtures that we've played, I think it took its toll on us. The busy Christmas period and the really tough teams, they really took their toll. And I think we found our rhythm again, and I think it came from one important change, and it was the tactical change that Gary Monk made to the system that suited us down to the ground. I think he made that with Forest in mind slightly, but also I think he's still trying to figure out the best way to get the best out of Hotter, and to play the same sort of system that he wants to play as well. And I think that my personal opinion is that Hotter still is very effective out on that right hand side. If you'll watch a lot of his assists and involvement this season, he's so good and effective on that right hand side, but at times he can find himself isolated and ineffective within the games. Moving him centrally was a stroke of genius. Putting him in behind the strikers meant that not only did the defenders have to deal with Adams feeding off Jukovic, but also Hotter could feed off those knockdowns, which is exactly what happened for the first goal. A great flick on from Jukovic, and Hotter's technique to lift it over the man and get a first time shot away was excellent. And I think having Gary Gardner as a slightly tucked in He was playing out on that right, but he was almost playing as a tucked-in winger, playing as a centre midfielder, but covering that right-hand side, while Kifton Bell played at the base of the diamond, but was also covering the middle, and Magoma at the left-hand side of this diamond, and tucking in, but driving wide when he can. It was a nice, compact system, and it suited us down to the ground. And it wouldn't surprise me if we went for the same system once again and played with Hotter at the tip of the diamond and behind the two strikers, with Gardner feeding off the right and Magoma off the left. I think it worked really well, and I think that not once did we show weakness. We didn't look shaky at any point. We looked really effective going forward. If we could find that touch again this weekend, I'm very confident. So yeah, that was great to see, and it was good to see Adams as well amongst the goals again. Can he make it six goals in 6 games this weekend? 6 games on the bounce. Who knows? I mean, with the it's a confidence game with strikers. It's all about your confidence, and I think with Adams at the minute, it just goes to show, confidence is key in strikers, and this kid is brimming with confidence. QPR this weekend, it's gonna be a tough one. We don't like going to Loftus Road. It's not an easy place to go, and I think that we're going to need to be at our best to get anything from this game. A few statistics running through this: we haven't won at Loftus Road since 2006, where we won 2-0. Cameron, Jerome, and Bruno Gotti with 2 goals that evening. QPR, we haven't actually won in all competitions against QPR since 2015 at home. And it's not been a happy hunting ground for us. Obviously, last season losing 3-1 there. We drew 1-1 the season before, and we lost 2-0 the season before that. So only 1 point from possible 9 out the last 3. So yeah, it's going to be a tough game. And regardless of the form that QPR are in, obviously they're not in good form at the minute. It's going to be a tough game. Anybody that goes to Loftus Road is going to find it difficult. But obviously, on to our opponents this weekend, and they actually are probably in their worst lull since the start of the season, when they were performing awfully. Obviously, they got beat 7-1 by West Brom earlier in the season. And this is probably their biggest lull since then. No win in their last 5 league games. And obviously, just the 2 league wins in their last 7. Both of those coming in the Cup, in the FA Cup. Obviously, we've been kind of neck and neck with QPR all season, but currently we find ourselves 8th, whereas QPR have now slipped to 14th. Only 4 points separate us, though. I mean, there's a huge gap, but such a minimal margin in points. That's how tight it is in the middle of that championship table at the minute. So within their last 4 results, they actually got beat 4-1 at home by Preston in the mid-January period. And then obviously a 1-1 away draw against Portsmouth in the Cup, followed by a 2-1 away defeat to Wigan. Wigan seemed to be picking up some form. Obviously, they went there at the wrong time and QPR got beat. And then a 2-0 win on Tuesday night against Portsmouth at home. Surely, but I looked at their team. There was quite a few first teamers in there, or players you'd expect to be in and around the first team. So, I'm hoping that there's a few tired legs in there from QPR's perspective. I did speak to my mate down there who's a QPR fan. He says that not many of those were first teamers, but I disagree. There was quite a few in there. I saw Wells playing, and yeah, you're hoping that there's some tired legs, but this is the Championship, don't be fooled. So looking at QPR's last league lineup, it's going to be a tough one for us, and they've got plenty of ability in there. Obviously, McLaren's managed to turn it round, and they've been fairly consistent all season. So Joe Lumley in goal, a back 4 of Furlong, Leinster, Lynch and Bidwell across there. Some big players in there, physical team. They defend well. Leinster's really caught my eye at the back since bringing him in. I think he came in from the same team as Christian Pedersen. So those two will know each other well. It looked like they went with a 4-5-1 or a 4-4-1-1. So a midfield 4 of Wozilek, Freeman, Scowen and Luongo. So again, a lot of creative ability in there with Scowen in there and Wozilek in there. A little bit of pace out wide. Freeman, who we know from Bristol City and all that, is a fantastic player. And then Eze in behind Nahki Wells up front. Nahki Wells is a born goal scorer, player that I've always admired from a distance and was always hoping the Blues would maybe get a hold of. Natural goal scorer in this league, so Blues need to be careful of the threats that QPR possess this weekend. Plenty of pace, plenty of ability in there, and at home they're going to want to take the game to us. onto the Blues lineup. I think this is a tricky one. I think that we find ourselves in a predicament where we've got so much coming back for us now, with the news that David Davis is in contention for the matchday squad this weekend, which is fantastic news. I've missed David Davis. His combative sort of abilities in there, his determination, his strength, he's got that knack of getting in the box late, so I think that he's going to be an excellent addition back to the squad. With Vassell, who's seemingly picking up a little bit of form, played excellently for his last 15 minutes against Forest on Saturday. I thought when we brought him on, he caused absolute havoc, and it was exactly what we needed. Should have scored himself, should have had a penalty himself, but hey ho, clearly has the ability to cause some problems now. Pedersen back in contention, so my team for this weekend would be, and I think it would be the most sensible, would be to play an unchanged team. So Camp in goal, Collan at left back, Dean and Morrison, and then Wes Harding at right back. I think Wes Harding was unfairly dropped last time to bring Pedersen back in. I don't think we should make the same mistake. I think every time Wes Harding plays, he's been excellent. Doesn't put a foot wrong. Very, very good going forward. Very athletic fullback. What's the point in dropping him? You know, as much as I admire Pedersen at left back, and again, the kid hasn't done much wrong all season. His red card against Swansea was questionable. We need to not make the mistake of dropping Harding again. I think Collan looked quite good at left back this weekend, and Wes looks excellent at right back. So for me, no, let's keep it as it is. And then let's keep that same system. I believe if we can play compact and play nice and tight in that midfield, we can cause them some problems on the break. So play Kieftenbeld at the base of that diamond, Gary Gardner playing off on the right as a tucked in midfielder, Magoma on the left, obviously using his pace to exploit that left hand side, Hotta at the tip of the diamond between Adams and Jukovic, obviously with them pair with 26 goals between them this season, and I think 15 odd assists. Just why change? We've got nothing to change really. Obviously with Vassell coming back, that's added an option, but you know he's not going to get in at the minute. So yeah, ultimately this is going to be a tough one. But I don't often say this, but I fancy an away win this weekend. Not many times I call the away win, but I feel Blues have got enough in them, and QPR are in a bit of a lull. I think if we can find this system clicks, that it could be effective for us. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for Blues. I fancy us to nick it. Adams, and it's going to be a tough one. I fancy a set piece goal, a Hartley Dean goal, and another Adams goal. So yeah, 2-1 away win for Blues. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave your score prediction down in the comments below. Let me know what, any ideas for the channel. Obviously we're going to be bringing through the podcast for you, as well as the reviews, the previews, the match vlogs, and the channel is going to be having a complete revamp soon. We're going to have a new logo for you guys to check out. Any ideas, just let me know down below. Obviously we want to take your ideas into consideration and put them within the channel, because obviously it is for you guys. That is why we do all of this, so thank you so much. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it. I am thoroughly enjoying bringing you the content, and it will not stop regardless of what is said. And don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here and are looking forward to all the content we'll be bringing you in the future, guys. But thank you so much for watching. I know Emily wasn't in this one this week, but she will be back next week, guys. And have a very good week, and hopefully see you Saturday. Keep right on.